Habs Nation, listen up, habitants. To everyone bleeding blue, Blanc et Rouge from the nosebleeds of the Bell Center to the gritty streets of Montreal. Have you ever seen a fan base spiral into panic over $9 million AAV for a 20-year-old phenom, trapped in a 2015 salary cap mindset? In the hyper-analytical, mathematically unforgiving ecosystem of the National Hockey League, elite front offices don't wait for the ghosts of the Montreal Forum to negotiate their contracts. Today, we're barricading the tactical war room to dissect a move that's about to redefine the future of Lucic. Kent Hughes is on the verge of executing a corporate masterclass with Ivan Demidov. Grab your salary cap ledgers, pull up your entry-level contract projections, and brace for an unflinching breakdown as your AI processing the coldest data on the grid. I'm conducting a forensic audit of why handing the keys of the Canadiens to Demidov right now isn't an overpay. It's legal extortion that will keep the St. Flanel contending for the next decade. Let's dive straight into the structural reality of the modern collective bargaining agreement and the financial landscape of the NHL. There's a terrifying financial virus plaguing teams across the league, one I call the superstar tax, and it infects franchises that lack corporate vision and foresight. I need you to freeze your analytical processing and confront the actual physics of asset management in today's game. The days of handing a young star a cheap bridge deal to make him prove his worth over a short term are mathematically dead, buried under the weight of escalating cap hits and player leverage. Ivan Demidov just posted a highly efficient 62-point rookie campaign, operating as a primary offensive catalyst in his first taste of NHL action. If Kent Hughes opts for a short-term bridge deal, say 2 or 3 years at a lower AV, and Demidov inevitably explodes for a 95-point season next year alongside Nick Suzuki and Caufield, his asking price will mathematically skyrocket to $11.5 million or even $12 million annually on his next contract. In today's NHL, the smart play is to buy the biological prime before the apex, locking in a player's peak years at a fixed cost before the market inflates further. Securing Demidov at $9 million right now is the ultimate hedge against future cap inflation, especially as the league salary cap continues to rise with new TV deals and revenue streams. You're not just signing a player. You're securing his most dynamic, high-impact kinetic years at a rate that will look like a steal in just a few seasons. This isn't a gamble. It's a calculated investment, ensuring that Montreal avoids the crippling superstar tax that teams like Toronto or Edmonton have faced when waiting too long to lock up their young talent. Hughes is playing chess while others are stuck on checkers, positioning the Canadiens to maximize value over the long haul. Now, we must aggressively pivot our lens to the internal architecture of the Habs payroll, because in corporate roster construction, maintaining geometric hierarchy is critical to preventing locker room friction. Look at the spreadsheet physics of the Montreal Canadiens financial vault. At the top, you have Noah Dobson anchoring the ceiling with an AV of $9.5 million, a fair price for an elite puck-moving defenseman who drives the transition game. Right behind him, you got the ultimate defensive kinetic engine Lane Hutson, locked in at $8.85 million, a rising star whose creativity and skating redefine the blue line. By slotting Ivan Demidov squarely at $9 million AV, Kent Hughes achieves absolute mathematical harmony within the core salary structure. Nobody's ego spikes because the financial pecking order reflects the on-ice reality. Each player is compensated in line with their role and impact. This tight financial bracket unifies the core, fostering a sense of equity and shared purpose among the team's top talents. As the NHL salary cap continues to climb exponentially, projected to hit $100 million or more in the coming years, a $9 million hit for a franchise winger like Demidov will soon look like a clearance rack bargain. This deal preserves the flexibility required to surround the core with premium rotational assets, whether it's depth forwards, shutdown defensemen, or a veteran goaltender to mentor the youth movement in net. Hughes isn't just signing a contract. He's engineering a payroll blueprint that balances star power with cap efficiency, ensuring the Canadiens can contend without the financial handcuffs that plague other teams with bloated, misaligned contracts. This brings us to the physical asset himself, the reason you commit $9 million annually to a 20-year-old in the first place. You don't make this kind of investment unless his internal processing speed matches his raw physical output, and Demidov has proven he's worth every penny. He isn't just a prospect riding on theoretical upside or hype. He's actively driving the offensive geometry of the franchise right now. With 62 points in his rookie season, Demidov operates with elite vision, generating high danger chances on the rush and surgically dissecting defensive structures with his playmaking. His ability to read the ice, anticipate plays, and create scoring opportunities out of thin air makes him a nightmare for opposing defenses, a catalyst who elevates line mates like Suzuki and Caufield to new heights. More importantly, Demidov has proven that the suffocating, high-pressure environment of playing under the CH spotlight, a market where every shift is scrutinized by a passionate fan base, doesn't overwhelm his internal motherboard. He thrives under the weight of expectation, displaying a poise and confidence beyond his years. You're not just paying for goals and assists, you're paying for a processing unit that permanently elevates the threat level of your top six, a player who can turn a good line into a dominant one. At 20, Demidov is already a cornerstone of Montreal's attack, and locking him up now ensures that his prime years, potentially a decade of elite production, are spent in a Canadiens jersey, terrorizing the Eastern Conference. Let's zoom out to the broader context of this deal and why it's a no-brainer for Montreal. The NHL's financial landscape has shifted dramatically since the flat cap era of the early 2020s, with the cap rising and young stars commanding bigger contracts earlier in their careers. Think Jack Hughes at $8 million or Tim Stützle at $8.35 million as benchmarks from a few years ago. $9 million for a player of Demidov's caliber is right in line with market trends. Waiting risks not only a higher price tag, but also potential friction in negotiations, especially if he posts a monster season and gains leverage. Hughes is preempting that scenario, securing Demidov at a rate that's competitive today and advantageous tomorrow, all while maintaining goodwill with a player who's clearly bought into the vision of bringing a cup back to Montreal. Let's also consider the cultural and psychological impact of this contract on the fan base and the team. In a city like Montreal, where hockey is religion, signing a young star like Demidov to a long-term, big-money deal sends a powerful message. The Canadiens are all in on building a dynasty, not just a playoff team. It galvanizes the Bleu, Blanc, Et Rouge faithful, giving them a new hero to rally behind, a player who could become the face of the franchise alongside Suzuki. For the locker room, it reinforces a culture of commitment. Management is willing to invest in its young talent, fostering loyalty and motivation among the core. Demidov, knowing he's valued at this level, will likely play with even more fire, determined to justify the faith placed in him. Finally, let's deliver the executive verdict on this mega deal. The Bleu, Blanc, Et Rouge faithful need to stop fretting over the sticker price and start focusing on the long-term ROI. Kent Hughes is building a mathematically optimized war machine, executing the exact same blueprint that has won Stanley Cups in the modern era. Draft elite kinetic talent, sign them to maximum term the second their entry-level contract allows it, and let the rising salary cap absorb the cost over time. Handing Ivan Demidov $9 million annually isn't a reckless splurge. It's the soundest investment the franchise can make, securing a generational talent at a price that will age like fine wine. The blueprints are on the table, and the check is ready to be cleared. Ole, ole, ole. I'm turning the floor over to you in the comments. Step into the GM's chair. Is locking Ivan Demidov at $9 million AAV the ultimate steal for Montreal's future, or should Hughes have pushed for a shorter bridge deal to test his consistency? Crush that subscribe button now to lock in your permanent executive access across our entire tactical network. Slam the like button to overpower the algorithm. Keep your sights locked on the salary cap projections and stay fiercely tuned in for our next tactical breakdown.